patriotic, and it has changed my life. I'm a fan of his ever since. I love this collection. Of his most legendary supermodels and more. The four queens of the runway. Fashion, New York Fashion Week is right around the corner. Librarian tonight, and that's because I came to read a bitch. Jaja's Atelier, bitch. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Jaja's Atelier. It's your girl. I'm back a little early. I wasn't going to come until Monday, but I was like, nah, let me just do it now because it's a whole lot of stuff going on. I had a rough week this week. Life is whooping my ass, but I'm still waking up every morning, going to work, and pushing through. You hear me? That's all we can do right now. It's a whole lot of bullshit going on in the news. It's a whole lot of bullshit going on with people in the street. It's a whole lot of bullshit going on everywhere. But all we can do is push through. Speaking of bullshit going on in the street, this bullshit isn't going on in the street, but it's definitely going on. It's definitely going on all up and through the White House. As all bullshit usually does. So, we talked about Trump's tariffs that he put on every country in the world, even except Russia, and I believe Israel also. Convenient. Even countries that don't even have any humans there. Well, Trump's trade representative got verbally mauled earlier this week by Democratic Representative of Nevada, Stephen Horsford. Take a look at this, and then we're going to get into it.
90 days. I haven't spoken to the president since I've
been. So the trade
hearing.
representative hasn't spoken to the president of the United States about a global reordering of trade.
Yes, I have.
And
I've just been in the hearing with you, sir.
But yet he announced it on a tweet. WTF? Who's in charge?
The President of the United States is in charge.
It looks like your boss just pulled the rug out. Just found out 3 seconds ago, sitting here, we saw you. You came here knowing that these tariffs were going to be turned off. Why didn't you include that in your opening statement?
Well, I don't disclose my conversations with the president, sir.
This is amateur hour. Did you know that this was happening?
We have been discussing it.
Is this market manipulation?
No.
Why not? If it was a plan, if it was always the plan, how is this not market manipulation?
It's not market manipulation, sir.
Well, then what is it? Because it sure is not a strategy.
We're trying to reset the global trade system.
That's
offshore all of our facts.
If it's not market manipulation, what is it? Who's benefiting? What billionaire just got richer? There are not even any Republicans left in this hearing. They all left because they don't even want to defend this. But meanwhile, the speaker is rushing to the floor to pass a budget reconciliation to screw America by passing the biggest tax cut in history on the backs of the American.
So, I don't even know what to say. Everybody drank the Kool-Aid. Everybody went down to the polls led with hate, combined with what I believe was manipulation of the voting machines, allegedly. And this is what we get. I can't even be, I think I said it the last episode, I can't even be mad at him at this point. Huge shout out to Representative Horsford for calling it for what it is in front of the American people. The Republicans, y'all can't even show y'all face for this bullshit. You mean to tell me we got insider trading / gambling going on in the United States government, and it's being gambled with our money? And there's a lot of melatonin MAGAs out there that are still drinking the Kool-Aid and just, well, it's all going to work out in the end. Girl, you won't be here to see it. You're not going to be here to see it, girl. And it's just like, y'all are you still this blind? It's got to be some kind of hallucinogen drug that these people are on to still believe that these greedy billionaires have their best interests at heart. You have got to be insane. Your precious president admitted it live on TV. Take a look at this. Take a look at this.
This is Charles Schwab. It's not just a company, it's actually an individual. And he made $2.5 billion today, and he made $900 million. That's not bad, because he's in financial.
He is tricking the stocks like Macaroni Tony them all up and through the White House with our 401k, with our Social Security, with our money. And I'm surprised people aren't taking it more seriously. And it's trickling right on down, because this trade war that he has going on with China has the fashion world in shambles. Now, I got to light a cigarette on this story. Because I have been talking about this for years. China has absolutely exposed the fashion world. Certain brands have been exposed for making a lot of their stuff in China, overpricing it. I saw one video, and this is alleged, I'll say alleged, but I saw this one video of this man from China. He was showing you how they make the Hermes Birkin bags and what they're made of and how much each thing costs. We've seen this for years now. But that's not even the secret. The real tea is, I am slowly watching the elitist fashion girly vibe shift right in front of my eyes. Well, I was never into the brands anyway. Not you, girl. Not you. Well, that's why I thrift. Oh, no. We're not going to play this game. I said it the last episode. These tariffs and whatever Trump and whoever got in store for us, it's really going to separate the artists, the real creatives, from the bullshit artists. That's what it's doing in front of everybody up at the White House. They took away DEI, and white mayhem is dripping all through the streets. Look at what happens when there's no diversity. Wow. Market manipulation at its finest is right. It's this guy on Instagram. He reposted this TikTok. His name is Dave Ferris. As predicted, Trump paused the tariffs, giving shareholders a major money boost. While all of the little guys panicked, the gazillionaires bought more cheap shares, skyrocketing their net worth. Market manipulation at its finest, and sadly, it's totally illegal. Welcome to the shit show. It was all a lie. He is coming after China so just balls to the wall, going after China, and China is sitting there like, okay. I've even seen people alleging that the Chinese government is giving American people money to travel and buy their luxury goods for cheaper and giving them a discount on it. Honey, the elitist fashion girly vibe switch is real. Oh, now all of a sudden we don't care about brands. And then it had me thinking too, like, okay, so if luxury is supposed to be this thing that not just any old body can attain, not anybody, so why do all of these people have all of these luxury items? If they're supposed to be so upper echelon, why does everybody have it? And why are we being tricked into, I can't even say tricked, because we've known this about a lot of these brands for a long time now. There are certain items that these luxury brands carry that are mass produced in China. We've been saying this. The same vendors that sell on AliExpress and DHgate, that's why the dupes look so fucking good. They're all being made in the same factory for not even a third of what you pay for it. And yet and still, a lot of us use these brands to put down somebody who can't afford them, to put a barrier up, a social and economic barrier up in front of people who can't afford them. We use it as a means to make fun of, to downgrade. And the whole time, the people that use it for that, the joke is on you. The joke is on you. Because now we know. Now you know for sure. Now I keep on saying 2005 is the year of transparency in all aspects of life. There's a lot of people that I was fans of that I am no longer. Because you see shit, we're starting to see shit for what it really is. You're paying for a label. A label that sometimes might not always like you. They know how much money you pay, so they cater to you for that. But other than that, they don't give a fuck. I haven't seen any of these brands. A lot of these brands, I'm not going to say any, but I haven't seen a whole lot of these brands coming out and speaking out against what's going on. There have been some, but the big major ones, I haven't seen too many of them speaking out about what's going on. I haven't seen a whole lot of them putting their money where their mouth is. And I've talked about on the show too, you know, a lot of these pulpit pimps, they get up and they talk about abortion, or they have these specific socio buzz topics that they preach from the pulpit that they hate, but they don't really talk about the real core of the Bible and what the Bible is really trying to teach us. And one of those principles is gluttony, greed, mistreatment. Love your neighbor as if you love yourself. We don't talk about those parts. America to me is good for one thing: greed. Greed. It's all about money. If you don't believe me, look at Balenciaga. I'm just keeping it real in the atelier. I'm just keeping it real. $1,300 for a pair of ripped up, burnt up, saturated Adidas track pants? We've been living in fascism for a long time. What's my saying, y'all? They have sat you up to sit you down. There's a lot of people that feel like these bags and these luxury items that they carry is it makes them. It doesn't make you. You're still a fucking asshole. If you do have them and you're a nice person, without them, you're still that beautiful, nice person that everybody enjoys. Social media, fashion, music, reality TV especially, because that's where I believe all this spawned from, has sat us up to sit us down. It was all a lie. Let's talk about waste. Speaking of all these major brands, and the socio-political, economic, environmental havoc greed causes. Take a look at this video right here.
Nike, Adidas, M&S, this is your waste. You should be the one cleaning up here. My name is Freehat.
My name is Fosin.
My name is Richard Adumbila.
My name is Rahel.
My name is Godson Maulidogan.
My name is Bright Anochi. I'm into environmental studies, so if I'm not here right now, I'll be in my study room studying.
I'm a photographer, so maybe I'll be on the street shooting.
I should have been in the gym.
I'll be home watching movies.
I'm an acrobatic artist. If I'm not here, I'll be rehearsing.
Those brands.
They have to reduce their production.
What they are doing is affecting all of us.
They have to make us know the amount they are producing.
They are making our beaches unhealthy for us.
When you come to our beaches, you cannot even feel free to do anything that can make you feel free.
It's going to have negative impact on all of us. There should be a warning. The fast fashion needs to stop.
On up.
So listen, I came across this video. The video is by Venetia Lamana and the OR Foundation. They're on Instagram. Their pages are right here, posted above or right next to me, however it's showing up on the screen. And so I have it written down. Hold on. So I came across this video on Instagram about these young people coming together to clean the beach in their home of Accra, Ghana, where the waste of major fashion brands have taken over. Look at what we're doing. Look at what greed is doing. And in one of the most beautiful continents, the most beautiful continent in the world of Africa, in the country of Ghana, which is so stunning. You only get to see a certain side of Africa, and I'm guilty of thinking of Africa in a certain way. But if you really, really do your research and look at the continent of Africa, it is beautiful. I've always said I don't want to go to Africa. They don't like the gays, but I'm slowly changing my mind because I'm learning so many different things. There's so many different countries and so many different, places where you can go and be free and places where you can go and do this. And then there's places where you can't. But Africa, the continent, I believe is where it all started. It is where it all started. And to treat that sacred land like it's trash, and to the current administration who referred to countries in Africa as shithole countries, when Africa has built this nation, not only with its people, but with its natural resources. And to dump on it like this, for the sake of shining off on somebody else, or for the sake of wearing a shoe because it has a label on it. I love fashion. I love luxury. I love the glitterati and the fufula. But not if I have to get it because of stuff like this. Not if I'm going to wear it and have an attitude to people who can't afford it that they're not worthy of anything. I've been on both sides of it. I've seen it on both sides. I've been the girl that had it, and then I've been the girl that didn't. And let me tell you a little secret. You get treated like shit on either end of the spectrum. It's the universal problem. It's nosiness. No, it's control and greed. Those are the two universal problems we have going on. Yes, control and greed is all over the world, but it's prevalent. It's running rampant here in the United States. And these other countries that this current administration is sitting up talking shit about, degrading, disrespecting, they're about to show you how strong they really are. They're about to show us all how strong they really are. and how resilient they really are, and how much respect, especially from us, that they really deserve. They about to show you something. They really about to show us something. And I've seen a lot of people who were like that, who have really been humbled, not because something bad happened to them, because they see what their attitude does to other people, and they also see what some of these brands and some of these items that we worship are doing to other people. Sometimes, like in the case of the video that I just showed, our own people. Let me slide back some because this light is getting in my eyes, in my face. There we go. And then I just look back and I just sit back and I look and I'm like, wow. It was in front of our face the whole time and we were so busy having fun, we didn't pay any fucking attention. It's been a steady increase to fascism, and we've been here for a couple of years now, if not longer. So, listen, before I get into the whole thing about the whole Coachella, you know, Coachella is going on this weekend. Lady Gaga shut it down. Missy Elliott shut it down. I want to stay on the topic of greed and fascism and capitalism as it pertains to Coachella. Let me pull up this video. So I came across this young man. I can't remember his name. I'll have his Instagram in the bio. Oh, I meant to play this video, but it's long. And I said what I had to say about the fashion side of it. But let me play this video. I'll post his Instagram up during production so you guys will see it. But take a look at what he had to say about Coachella.
There's class warfare going on at Coachella right now. If your friends are there, share this with them so they can remember Coachella is about love. It's not about money. Am I the only one seeing how crazy this whole VIP setup and GA setup is? That is the GA, this is the VIP, and there's literally a fence right there. Like, look, we're in the same desert. The music is going to be the same. The sun is going to be the same. All the is the same. But they built actual fences to separate people based on what wristband you bought and how much money you have. That is insane. Now tell me that doesn't feel like some kind of softcore simulation. Like they're testing exactly how much separation we'll accept, even though we're all one people, as long as there's a DJ and some glitter. Now listen, this is giving very strong Berlin Wall energy. It's just way prettier and Instagrammable right now. Friends are separated from friends, and the reason is, it is way easier to control people when you divide and conquer. One group thinks they're better than the other, and we play into it too. We flex our badge color like it means something. Now look, I have VIP, so I'm part of the thing too. Fuck it, but that's not the point. The truth is, they don't want you to know it's all the same.
And guys, I saw a lot of people in the comments saying, well, you paid for your ticket. He addressed it. He said, I'm a part of it too. I'm VIP. I paid for it. Why are you making it purposely more uncomfortable for people who can't afford to pay more? When it's a big open desert space, as he said in the video, why is there a gate up? Why does it have to be all of this? You're putting on a concert. Make it a flat rate. Everything in this country is about money and status. And those people who can't always afford the money and status, or who can't at all afford any type of money or status, you are deemed less than. Yet this country was built on, in God we trust. There is no way in hell. And years ago, I used to go to the club back when I was a butch queen, honey. I used to go to the club. I remember going to the club and like, yeah, cause I'm behind the velvet. I'm in VIP. And then like, it was one time I went to a party and I live in the bottom of Virginia. I'm an hour away from even the RVA area. Like I'm more closer to North Carolina. So when you go to the clubs down here, it's not like going to Magic City, okay? But you know, they charge $250 for tickets for a table. You get there and they rented furniture from Aaron's, the local Aaron's furniture rental place. And they have like these little makeshift nightstand tables and turn them into like little, and I was like, I paid $250 for this, and we're listening to the same fucking music, drinking the same motherfucking liquor. And it was that moment I realized, I was like, this is just like a scheme. I remember I was talking to you guys even about the girl in Miami that was the bouncer for the club. And she was like, oh, those people paid $30,000. $30,000? And then you treat the rest of the people like they're trash and stupid? No, the motherfuckers that paid $30,000 for a table are stupid. And then I saw a lot of people in the comment section, oh, don't be a hater. You know, this world is built of the haves and the have-nots. I saw one girl saying that, and I'm like, but that doesn't mean that their experience should be any less. If we're really thinking about the humanity side of it, let them get the comfortable seats. They had a harder time paying for the ticket. Since you live a life of such luxury, let the people that can't afford it get a chance to get a taste. Nobody wants to give anybody else a taste. You have Elon Musk, who is the richest man in the world. If he gave up a half of his wealth, he could end world hunger. He could end poverty in the United States, I should say. Maybe not world hunger. Once you reach a certain amount of money, how much more money do you need? And I want to stress this point because, like he said in the video, it's all a test to see how far they can push the limits on separating us, dividing us, and making certain people feel less than, and how much they can get away with. And we've been letting them get away with a whole lot. A whole lot. To where we don't even give a fuck about creativity anymore if it's not wrapped in finery. I see so many artists out there who make great music. Vanessa Williams' daughter, her name is Lion Bay. She makes incredible music. Why is she not pushed to the forefront? Oh, because she's not wearing... She might be Vanessa Williams' daughter, honey, but she's doing it all on her own. I don't even know who makes her costumes. She doesn't wear expensive clothes and all of that. She's up there giving you artistry. It's a whole lot you miss out on when you become an elitist and fascist. It's a whole lot of natural, simple joys that you miss out on when you're caught up in image and money and aesthetic. You become a vacant shell of a human being, a robot. Oh, I'm on a rant. But anyway, speaking of Coachella, somebody who I've been watching the clips of. Well, before I talk about Lady Gaga, let me talk about one of the real queens of hip-hop. Missy Elliott shut her set down at Coachella. I lived for the clips that I was seeing. Listen, this is real artistry right here. This is legendary artistry. She broke the boundaries when it came to music videos. Still to this day, I could watch 4 Missy Elliott music videos from the 90s back to back in 2025 and still be amazed by it. So huge shout out to her and getting out there. And I believe she's, hey Google, how old is Missy Elliott?
53 years old.
At 53 years old, she's out there looking good. She has overcome her Graves' disease. You know, she battled with Graves' disease for a while. She's healthy. She's limber. She looked good as a bitch. So huge shout out to Missy Elliott. But the crown of Coachella Queen must absolutely go to Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga, I'm a monster. I have loved Lady Gaga since Just Dance. I have watched her rise to superstardom since that episode of The Hills. Do y'all remember that show? That was the first time Lady Gaga was ever on TV. It was that show, The Hills. It was a spinoff of Laguna Beach. It was like one of the first series of reality shows that all the preteens and teens were obsessed with. I might have been in like high school when Lady Gaga came out, or just out of high school. And ever since then, she has been just blowing it up. Not one scandal. She's not nasty. She's about equal rights. She's about real artistry. Yes, she loves the brands and she loves the fufula, but there's so much substance to her, and it showed in this show. She referenced every saga of her career, from the Bad Romance to the Just Dance. She even pulled out the paparazzi wheelchair for one of the performances. from, you know, the Catholic motif that she did with that one album with, I'm just a horny fool, baby. I'm still in love with Judas, baby. I love Lady Gaga, okay? She also referenced her longtime friend who passed away, the great Lee Alexander McQueen, who she was a huge fan of, by performing Poker Face on this chessboard, reminiscent of one of his most iconic shows. I can't even remember what year and what season it was. So huge congratulations to Lady Gaga. She's got a new album out. I know you've all heard it all over TikTok and social media. Abracadabra. Yes, I love that song too. And she's coming with a whole new gothic aesthetic. So I'm really excited to see she's about to go on tour. I forgot what Monster Mayhem, I believe the tour is called. So huge congratulations to Lady Gaga. All right. So, listen. What do I want to talk about yet next? Where is it? Okay, so this past Tuesday, was the Fashion Trust Awards in LA, and it brought out some of our favorite fashionistas to support the nonprofit organization's third annual award ceremony. Now, if you didn't know, Fashion Trust supports budding new designers, which we definitely need right now. I've said this countless times, especially when we're talking about the musical chairs of the creative directors and the fashion houses. It's the same old recycled white man. No shade to them. We love what they've done, but we want to see some new people. Like Demna at Gucci. I will never get over that. I will just never, after all of that, the scandal and the mismanagement of the scandal, I will just never get over that. But I'm not going down that rabbit hole today, okay? But we definitely need that. I showed you the video from Howard University when they put on their fashion show and the talent that came out. Like, we need new blood. We need fresh blood out here on these runways. Ooh, and in these creative director positions. And they don't all have to be white, for crying out loud. And especially with everything going on now with the DEI and the removal of this and the removal of the trans thing. And it's just like, come on. I remember telling y'all the story of when John Galliano put on his first show. And how Anna Wintour and Andre Leon Talley and even Naomi Campbell and Linda Evangelista donated shoes. And how it was just the person's vision was so captivating that everybody around is just willing to do whatever to make it come to life. That's what we need. That's what fashion is missing. We don't give a fuck about your labels anymore. Most of us. So, listen, some of my best dressed people. I just find it so hilarious that the theme of fascism and capitalism and greed is just running through every, portion of our lives right now. It's crazy. It is crazy that 2005 is definitely the year of transparency and exposing. But anyway, some of my favorite looks. Oops. Okay, so we have to give it to Miss Keke Palmer, the host of The Evening, darling, in this beautiful Oscar de la Renta gown. I liked it. It was simple. I will say the hair was a little too much. The hair, the color of that hair with those curls and that beautiful champagne color dress with the choker. I thought the hair was just a little too much. Like, if you were going to do that color, maybe with a chic bob or maybe like a medium, maybe like this length, but very, very straight. I wasn't crazy about I wasn't crazy about the Little Mermaid, hair. I wasn't crazy about that. But other than the hair, she looked absolutely stunning. Also, Gabrielle Union, I'm not sure what she's wearing. The Fashion Trust Awards, it's fairly new, so it didn't get a whole lot of press. But, honey, look at that back, honey. Look at that back, baby. Absolutely stunning. And I also loved Coleman Domingo and Kerry Washington that shared a cute moment off the red carpet. Oh, Kerry Washington is giving Diana Ross, honey. Coleman Domingo is giving dapper 2025 dandy, as he always does. You know, he is the co-chair for the Met Gala this year. Speaking of the Met Gala, I'm going to say this. There's certain people that don't need to be there. I don't know if I've said this before on the show, but there's certain people that don't need to be there, mainly Kim Kardashian. I don't want to see any of the Kardashians. They can sit this one out. Because this Met Gala is about us, the black community, black people, specifically. And the moves that some of these celebrities have been made, we don't need to see those types of celebrities at this year's Met Gala. I said it. So what are we talking about next? Okay, so this is our last story, guys, because I'm hungry and, you know, I get into trouble with this blonde hair, okay? So listen, I was really excited about this when I heard it. So now, according to Fascism magazine, Zendaya will allegedly Zendaya will be allegedly starring in a new Ronnie Spector biopic, who is the lead singer and co-founder of the legendary girl groups, the Ronettes. Now, if you don't know who the Ronettes are, they are iconic. The two other members were her sister and her cousin. But they... Be my best, say you'll be my baby, say you'll be my darling. You know, that song. And when you see the pictures of Ronnie Spector, who was not to be fucked with, by the way. I've heard her story, and I'm not going to give it all away if they're going to do the movie, especially with Zendaya. But if you've ever heard her story, she was not to be fucked with, honey, okay? But when I saw the pictures of Zendaya and her together, I was like, okay, I can definitely see this. And then thinking about her story, I'm like, oh yeah, we need this. We need this. Before Ronnie Spector's death in 2022, she specifically requested Zendaya play her in the film. And according to Fascism magazine, it's happening. So, what are my thoughts on this? I think this could be the role, if this biopic is produced and written and done correctly and given to us raw, I think this could be the role that takes her to that next level. That Oscar-winning level. I really do. I really, really do. Because Zendaya, we've watched Zendaya grow. We've watched Zendaya not only grow into her womanhood, but we've also seen her grow into her career, which we don't always get to see that, especially now with social media. Again, everything is so microwavable, gotta have it now, gotta be the icon right away. And she has really put in the work, from commercials to the Disney darling, to the series girl, to the beautiful co-star, to the leading lady, to the Golden Globe nominee. This could be the role that will take her to Oscar status. And might I say, the press run, if this is really happening, the wardrobe and the fashion viral moments on the press run are going to gag the girls. Gag the girls. La Roche and her probably already have the entire lineup set up already. Do y'all not remember her in that copper look at the Golden Globes that gave very much Eartha Kitt, honey? Honey, I can't wait to see it. So anyway, huge congratulations to Zendaya. This will definitely be one of those movies I go to the movie theater and see, because I'm fascinated by the older celebrities, how it was for them back then and what their lives were like. Like, I just watched the Ray Charles movie the other day and I'm still captivated by that. So Ronnie Spector's story is a story that hasn't been told in this form. So I'm really excited to see it. Anyway, y'all, that was today's show. Today is my cheat day, so I'm going to have hot wings and french fries for dinner tonight. And I'm very excited. Also, I got me a little date, so I got to go. Love you. Ciao.